Welcome back to the channel today. First up, the 1969 silver Washington quarter dollar with a large date and no mint mark, specifically in fine condition. If you're a coin collector or just curious about the value of this classic piece, stay tuned. The 1969 Washington quarter is an interesting coin for collectors, not just because of its design, but also due to its rarity in certain conditions. Minted in 1969, this quarter features the familiar design by John Flanagan, with George Washington's profile on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. The 1969 Washington quarter comes in two varieties, the large date and the small date. Today, we're focusing on the large date version. This specific coin, the 1969 silver Washington quarter without a mint mark, was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike quarters from some other years, the 1969 coins were not distinguished by a mint mark. In fine condition, the 1969 Washington quarter will show wear on the high points of the design, but still retains much of its detail. You'll notice a clear date and readable inscriptions, though the coin will be worn smooth in places, and the luster will be diminished. The market for coins like the 1969 Washington quarter can vary based on several factors, including rarity, demand, and overall condition. In fine condition, this coin isn't one of the rarest, but it's still valued by collectors due to its historical significance and the inherent interest in silver quarters. As of today, in the auction market, a 1969 Washington quarter without a mint mark in fine condition typically fetches between $146,000. This price range reflects the coin's moderate rarity and collector interest. But exact values can vary based on the coin's specific quality and market conditions at the time of sale. Or thinking of selling, it's always a good idea to have it assessed by a professional to ensure you're getting or providing a fair price. Additionally, consider factors like market trends and collector demand when evaluating your coin's value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1969 silver Washington quarter is a nice addition to any collection. It's a piece of American history with intrinsic silver value and a connection to the past. Next up, the 1920 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in fine condition. Let's discover why this coin is so valuable in today's auction market. The 1920 Lincoln wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was part of the series introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. This particular coin, minted in 1920 and lacking a mint mark, is a noteworthy collectible for several reasons. Firstly, let's set the stage. The 1920 Lincoln penny was produced during a time of economic recovery following World War I. The coin itself features the classic design by Victor David Brenner, with President Lincoln's profile on the obverse and the wheat stalks on the reverse. This coin's value is significantly influenced by its condition. Today, we're focusing on those in fine condition. But what does fine condition mean? Coins in fine condition typically show moderate wear. The design details remain visible, though the high points of the coin may show signs of smoothing and the coin will have some light scratches or marks. In today's market, a 1920 Lincoln penny in fine condition is highly sought after. While it's not the rarest year or the most coveted of the wheat penny series, its value remains strong due to its age and the historical context of its production. So, what can you expect in today's auction market? As of recent auctions, a 1920 Lincoln wheat penny in fine condition typically fetches between $25 and $60. The price can vary based on the coin's specific characteristics, such as additional features like luster or the absence of major blemishes. Coins with fewer signs of wear and better overall appearance can push the value towards the higher end of this range. It's important to note that these values can fluctuate based on market demand and the availability of similar coins. Collectors and investors should also consider getting their coins professionally graded to ensure accuracy in valuation and authenticity. For collectors looking to add a 1920 Lincoln penny to their collection, it's crucial to examine the coin closely. Look for the clarity of Lincoln's profile and the definition of the wheat stalks on the reverse. Avoid coins with excessive wear or damage, as these will significantly reduce the coin's value. In conclusion, the 1920 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in fine condition remains a valuable piece of American numismatic history. its price in today's auction market reflects its importance and desirability among collectors. First up, we explore one of the most sought-after Jefferson nickels, the 1942 Monticello 5 cents nickel with the large S mint mark. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about valuable numismatic treasures, this video is for you. Let's uncover what makes this coin special and how much it's worth in today's market. First, a bit of background. The Jefferson nickel was introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlage, it features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. This coin has a rich history and numerous variations that collectors adore. Now, focusing on the 1942 Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark. This particular coin is intriguing for several reasons. During World War II, there was a shortage of nickel, so the U.S. Mint began producing nickels with a 35% silver composition, starting in 1942. These wartime nickels, marked with an S for the San Francisco Mint, have become highly collectible. The large S mint mark on the 1942 nickel is a key feature for collectors. It denotes that the coin was minted in San Francisco and distinguishes it from the smaller S mint mark found on other coins from the same year. This larger mint mark variant, combined with its silver composition, makes the 1942 S nickel particularly valuable. In terms of condition, the coin's grade plays a significant role in its value. The fine condition, also known as F12, indicates that the coin shows moderate wear, with most design details still visible but some softness in the high points. Collectors value this coin for its historical significance and relatively well-preserved state. So how much is a 1942 Jefferson nickel with the large S mint mark worth today? In today's auction market, coins in fine condition can fetch between $400,000 to $356. The exact value can vary based on factors like the coin's specific grade within the fine range, its overall eye appeal, and current market demand. For context, other 1942 nickels with the large S mint mark in better conditions, such as very fine or extremely fine, can command higher prices, often reaching several $100s. However, even in fine condition, the 1942 S nickel remains a prized piece for collectors due to its historical significance and unique characteristics. In summary, the 1942 Monticello nickel with the large S mint mark is a valuable and intriguing coin for collectors. Its historical background, coupled with its relatively high demand, ensures that it holds a respectable place in the numismatic market. If you have one of these coins in your collection, you're holding onto a piece of history with significant value. Next up, the most valuable USA silver Washington quarter dollar from 1966 with a large date and a D-era mint mark. Specifically in fine condition, this rare coin has captured the interest of collectors and investors alike, and we're here to explore its value in today's auction market. First, let's establish a bit of context. The 1966 Washington quarter is part of the standard series minted from 1932 to 1998. However, it's the rare varieties and errors within this series that can make a coin truly valuable. Among these, the 1966 quarter with a large date and a D-era mint mark stands out. The Washington quarter series saw a notable change in 1965, transitioning from silver to a copper-nickel clad composition due to a shortage of silver. However, the 1966 quarters were still produced using this clad metal, not silver. The large date designation refers to a specific style of the date on the coin, which can affect its rarity and value. The D era refers to an issue with the mint mark placement or its appearance for the 1966 quarter. The D mint mark indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint. An error in the mint mark could involve misalignment, doubling, or an incorrect placement, which makes these coins particularly collectible. In numismatic terms, fine is a grade that reflects noticeable wear on the coin, but still retains much of its detail for the 1966 quarter. This means the coin will have clear design elements with moderate to heavy wear, particularly on high points like Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. Now, let's talk numbers. The value of a 1966 Washington quarter with a D-era mint mark can vary significantly based on its specific era and condition. In fine condition, these coins are considered rare, but their value will generally range from $300,000. The price can fluctuate based on factors such as the exact nature of the era, the demand from collectors, and the coin's overall market performance. coins with noticeable errors often attract premium prices, and a 1966 D-era quarter in fine condition is no exception. Collectors look for such errors not only for their rarity but also for their historical significance and the unique aspect they bring to a collection. In recent auctions, the 1966 Washington quarter with a D-era mint mark has shown strong performance. High demand and limited supply contribute to its value, with some coins selling for even higher amounts if they possess particularly rare errors or are in exceptional condition. It's always advisable to check recent auction results and consult with a reputable coin dealer for the most accurate and up-to-date information. In summary, the 1966 Washington quarter with a large date and D-era mint mark in fine condition is a fascinating coin with considerable value. Its rarity, coupled with the specific era and its condition, makes it a desirable item for serious collectors and investors. Next up, the 1925 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark in fine condition, featuring a small damaged crack at the downside. If you're a coin collector or just curious about the value of these vintage pennies, you won't want to miss this. Let's get into it. The 1925 Lincoln Wheat penny is a classic coin in the world of numismatics. Struck during the height of the early 20th century, this coin holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. Without a mint mark, it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which was the primary minting location for pennies at that time. Despite the absence of a mint mark, this coin's value is far from ordinary. Today we'll focus on the 1925 Lincoln penny in fine condition. Fine condition coins are characterized by visible details but with moderate wear. This coin shows signs of use, yet the key features of Lincoln's portrait and the wheat stalks on the reverse are still distinct. However, this particular coin has a small damaged crack on the downside, which we need to consider in its valuation. The small crack at the bottom of the coin can affect its market value, but the extent of damage is relatively minor. Collectors often look at such imperfections and weigh them against the overall rarity and historical significance of the coin. So, what does this mean for the coin's value today? The 1925 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark, even in fine condition with minor damage, is still a sought-after piece. On the auction market, you can expect to see this coin valued between $500,000, depending on the severity of the damage and the overall appeal of the coin. Recent auction results show that coins like this one, despite their minor imperfections, can fetch respectable prices. Collectors are always on the lookout for pieces that tell a story and show the passage of time. If you have a 1925 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark in fine condition, even with a small crack, it's worth holding onto or getting appraised by a professional. Its historical value combined with its collectible status makes it a valuable addition to any collection. Next up, the 1944 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the large P mint mark. If you're a collector or just curious about the value of this particular coin, stay tuned as we explore its significance and current market value. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Liberty head design that had been in circulation for over 50 years. Designed by Felix Schlag, the nickel features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's historic estate, on the reverse. The 1944 version of this coin holds particular interest due to its unique mint mark. During World War II, there was a significant shortage of nickel, a critical material for the production of coins. To address this issue, the U.S. Mint started using a different alloy for the Jefferson nickel. The 1944 nickels, produced at the Philadelphia Mint, are notable for the large P mint mark, distinguishing them from their counterparts produced in other years. In 1944, the Philadelphia Mint used a large P mint mark on its Jefferson nickels. This was a significant change from the smaller mint mark used in earlier years. The large P is prominent and easily recognizable, adding a unique aspect to this particular coin. It is important to note that the use of the large P mint mark was relatively rare and short-lived, making these coins quite collectible. The value of a coin can vary greatly depending on its condition. For the 1944 Monticello Jefferson nickel, the term fine refers to a coin that shows moderate wear but still retains most of its original detail. In fine condition, the coin's design elements are clearly visible, but there may be some flattening on the high points and light wear across the surfaces. The rarity of the coin, combined with its condition, plays a crucial role in determining its value. Although the 1944 large P nickels are not the rarest coins in the Jefferson nickel series, those in fine condition still command a significant price due to their historical importance and unique mint mark. As of today, the market value for a 1944 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the large P mint mark in fine condition ranges between. This value can fluctuate based on the specific quality of the coin and current market trends. Factors such as demand from collectors, the overall rarity of the coin, and its condition are key drivers of its value. For a coin in fine condition, collectors are willing to pay a premium for the large P mint mark due to its distinctive features and historical significance. Coins that are well preserved and have minimal wear can fetch higher prices, making them highly sought after by serious numismatists. The 1944 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the large P mint mark is a fascinating piece of American coinage with a notable history. Its value in today's auction market reflects its rarity and unique features, making it a prized possession for collectors. Whether you're a seasoned collector or new to the world of numismatics, understanding the significance and value of such coins can greatly enhance your appreciation of this hobby. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar, specifically focusing on one that has intrigued collectors for years, the 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a large date and a D-era mint mark in fine condition. This particular coin has sparked considerable interest in today's auction markets, and its value might just surprise you. So, let's explore why this coin is so special and how much it could be worth today. Before we discuss the value, let's take a brief look at the history of the Washington quarter dollar. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932, commemorating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the decades, this coin has seen numerous design changes, minting variations, and of course errors that have made certain versions highly sought after by collectors. The 1980 Washington quarter is part of this storied history. By this time, the US Mint was producing billions of coins each year, and while quality control was generally high, errors still slipped through. Now, what exactly makes the 1980 Washington quarter with a D mint mark so special? The answer lies in the D error. During the minting process in Denver, some coins were struck with a malformed or misplaced mint mark. This error can manifest in several ways. The D might be doubled, partially struck, or off-center. These mint mark errors are relatively rare, and when they do occur, they can significantly increase the coin's value, especially if the rest of the coin is in good condition. The condition of a coin plays a crucial role in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale that ranges from poor P1 to perfect uncirculated MS70. For today's focus, we're looking at a 1980 Washington quarter dollar in fine condition, which is a mid-level grade. A coin in fine condition typically shows considerable wear on the high points of the design, such as Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, but the major details are still visible. While a fine condition coin might not seem particularly valuable at first glance, when combined with the rarity of an era mint mark, its value can be significantly higher than a standard, non-era quarter from the same year. So, how much is this coin worth in today's market? The value of the 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a large date and D-era mint mark in fine condition can vary depending on the severity of the error, demand among collectors, and the overall condition of the coin. As of 2024, a typical 1980 Washington quarter in fine condition without any errors might fetch anywhere between $400,000 primarily for its numismatic value. However, the D-era mint mark significantly boosts its value. Coins with prominent errors have been known to sell for anywhere from $437,000 at auction, depending on how noticeable the error is and how much interest there is from collectors. For example, if you have a 1980 Washington quarter dollar where the D error is particularly well defined, such as a strong doubling or a clear misplacement, you could be looking at the higher end of that spectrum. On the other hand, if the error is more subtle, the coin might still be valuable, but closer to the lower end of the range. It's important to note that auction values can fluctuate based on market conditions, the specific auction venue, and even the timing of the sale. Coins that are well advertised and attract multiple bidders often achieve higher prices. In conclusion, the 1980 Washington quarter dollar with a large date and D-era mint mark in fine condition is a coin that any collector should be excited to have. Its unique era and the historical context of its minting make it a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. Whether you're looking to sell or just curious about its worth, it's clear that this coin has a value that far exceeds its face value. If you happen to have one of these quarters, it might be worth getting it professionally graded and appraised, especially if the error is prominent, who knows. You could be holding onto a small but significant treasure that could fetch a nice sum at auction. Next up, the 1935 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about the value of this particular penny, you're in the right place. Let's explore its significance and what it's worth on today's auction market. The 1935 wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln penny, is a key piece in the series of coins minted from 1909 to 1958. This coin features the iconic design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse, which is where it gets its name. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint, this penny is notable for its lack of a mint mark, which sets it apart from others minted at Denver or San Francisco. The absence of a mint mark on the 1935 penny is quite significant, as it reflects the large volume produced at Philadelphia during that year. When evaluating the value of the 1935 wheat penny, its condition is paramount. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state MS-70. For a coin to be considered in fine condition, it should show clear details, with the major features still visible, though with some wear and light scratches. In today's auction market, a 1935 wheat penny in fine condition can attract quite a range of values. The prices fluctuate based on demand, the overall market, and the specific details of each coin. As of the latest auction results, you can expect the 1935 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in fine condition to be valued between $159,000. Several factors influence this value. The coin's luster, how well preserved it is despite its fine grade, and even the reputation of the auction house can impact the final price. Collectors are often willing to pay a premium for well-maintained specimens that exhibit minimal wear. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, knowing the value of your 1935 Lincoln wheat penny can be quite rewarding if you have one of these coins in your collection. It's a good idea to keep an eye on current auction trends and consider having your coin professionally graded if you're looking to sell. In summary, while the 1935 wheat penny without a mint mark might not be the rarest or most valuable coin out there, it still holds a special place in the world of numismatics. Its value in today's market is modest but reflects its historical significance and the continued interest in Lincoln pennies. Next up, the 1992 D Jefferson nickel. If you're a collector or just curious about coin values, you're in for a treat. Let's get started here. We have the 1992 D Jefferson nickel, a fascinating piece of American coinage. Although the 1992 nickel might not seem particularly special at first glance, it holds some intriguing qualities that make it valuable in today's market. First, let's review some essential details about this coin. The 1992 Jefferson nickel was minted at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the D mint mark located on the reverse side, just to the right of Monticello. It features the familiar design of Thomas Jefferson's profile on the obverse and his historic home, Monticello, on the reverse. Now, the value of the 1992 D Jefferson nickel can vary significantly depending on its condition. In very fine condition, this coin is known for its clear details, with Jefferson's features and Monticello's architecture distinctly visible. The coin shows signs of circulation, but maintains a sharp appearance without excessive wear. So, how much is this coin worth? In today's auction market, a 1992 D Jefferson nickel in very fine condition can fetch a surprising price. While most circulated Jefferson nickels from this era are worth their face value or slightly more, the 1992 D, in very fine condition, has attracted interest from collectors. As of the latest auction reports, it can sell for approximately $43,000. This might not seem like a huge sum, but it's a notable increase over its face value and reflects the collector's demand for well-preserved examples. It's important to remember that coin values can fluctuate based on various factors, including the coin's specific characteristics, market demand, and the auction platform. If you come across a 1992 D Jefferson nickel in very fine condition, you might just have a valuable piece in your collection. Here are a few tips if you're looking to buy or sell a 1992 D Jefferson nickel. Always check the coin's condition carefully. Factors like clarity of design, absence of major scratches, and overall wear can significantly impact its value. If you're selling, Consider getting it appraised by a professional or selling it through reputable auction sites to ensure you get the best price. Next up, the 1984 silver Washington quarter dollar with a large date and a D mint mark. Especially when it's in dirty condition. If you're a collector or just curious about coin values, you're in the right place. The Washington quarter dollar, first issued in 1932, is a staple of American coinage by 1984. The coin was well into its modern design, featuring the likeness of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. The 1984 issue is notable for its large date, a distinguishing feature that can influence its value. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. This mint mark is crucial for collectors looking to complete their sets or find specific variations. But what about the coin in question today, the 1984 large date D mint mark quarter in dirty condition? Dirty condition coins might not sound appealing, but they can still have value. Depending on the rarity and demand, the 1984 silver Washington quarter dollar, even in a less than pristine state, can hold interest for collectors. In dirty condition, the coin's value is influenced by several factors. Firstly, let's talk about rarity. While the 1984 quarters are not extremely rare, finding them with specific features like the large date and D mint mark can make them more desirable. The condition, though, plays a significant role in determining the exact value. In today's auction market, a 1984 silver Washington quarter dollar in dirty condition with the large date and D mint mark typically ranges from $178,000. The exact value depends on the extent of the dirt, how it affects the coin's overall appearance, and any additional collector interest. It's worth noting that cleaning coins can sometimes decrease their value. However, if the coin is merely dirty without significant damage, its value can still be retained, especially if it's a sought-after variation. For those looking to buy or sell, understanding the market trends and condition specifics is crucial. While a dirty coin might not fetch top dollar, its unique features and historical significance can still make it a valuable part of a collection. So, if you have a 1984 Washington quarter with a large date and D mint mark in dirty condition, you might be sitting on a small treasure. Keep an eye on auction sites and numismatic marketplaces to get the best idea of its current value. Next up, the 1938 Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark. If you're a collector or just curious about rare coins, stick around as we explore the value of this coin in today's auction market. The Lincoln wheat penny, minted from 1909 to 1958, is a staple of American numismatics. The 1938 issue is particularly noteworthy, especially when it comes to the version stamped with the D mint mark, indicating it was produced in Denver. But what makes this coin special, and why is it highly sought after by collectors? Let's start with a bit of history. The 1938 Lincoln penny is part of the series featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and two wheat stalks on the reverse. It's the last year before the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959. During this period, the U.S. Mint was producing millions of these coins, but a few variations have become prized collectibles. Mint marks play a crucial role in the value of a coin. The D on this penny signifies it was minted in Denver, which is an important detail for collectors. The 1938 D is particularly valued for its relatively lower mintage compared to other years, adding to its desirability. When it comes to coin valuation, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with fine being a middle ground. A fine grade means the coin has clear details but shows some wear from circulation. For the 1938 D Lincoln penny, this condition is more desirable than average, but not the highest grade available. So, what can you expect to pay for a 1938 Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark in fine condition in today's auction market? According to recent data, the value of this coin typically ranges from $467,000. Factors such as the coin's overall appearance, rarity, and current market trends can influence this range. Recent auction results have shown that well-preserved examples of this penny can fetch higher prices, especially if they exhibit particularly sharp details and minimal wear. It's not uncommon to see these coins listed at premium prices if they're in exceptional fine condition. If you're looking to add a 1938 D Lincoln penny to your collection, here are a few tips. Always verify the coin's authenticity through reputable dealers and consider having it graded by a professional service. The quality of the coin, along with its provenance, can significantly impact its value. In summary, the 1938 Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark in fine condition is a valuable piece of American numismatic history. Whether you're an avid collector or just starting out, understanding the value of such coins can help you make informed decisions and build a more impressive collection. Next up, the 1960 Jefferson nickel with a large D mint mark in fine condition. The 1960 Jefferson nickel, minted by the U.S. Mint, is an interesting piece of American numismatic history. This nickel features the iconic Monticello reverse design by Felix Schlag and is well known among collectors. But what sets this particular coin apart is its large D mint mark. The mint mark on these nickels indicates where they were produced. For the 1960 Jefferson nickel, the Denver Mint used a large D mint mark. This feature is a subtle but important detail for collectors. For those unfamiliar, the large D mint mark is distinguishable from the regular D mint mark by its size and prominence. This characteristic was the result of a different die used in the minting process, which makes it a notable variation. Now, let's talk about the condition of the coin. The term fine condition refers to a grading level where the coin has visible wear but retains most of its original details. On the 1960 Jefferson nickel, you can expect to see some minor scratches and wear, particularly on the high points of the design, but the overall detail remains clear and legible. In today's auction market, a 1960 Jefferson nickel with a large D mint mark in fine condition can fetch a notable price. As of recent sales, these coins have been valued between $87,000 depending on the specific characteristics of the coin and the interest from buyers. Prices can vary based on factors such as the coin's exact condition, any additional wear, and the current demand among collectors. If you happen to have one of these coins, it's a valuable piece of your collection. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar, specifically the 1989 silver Washington quarter with the P mint mark. This coin may seem common at first glance, but in very fine condition, it can be worth more than you might expect. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your coin journey, this video will provide you with all the details you need to know about this valuable piece of American history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design was created by sculptor John Flanagan and has become one of the most iconic and recognizable coins in American history. The obverse features a portrait of George Washington, while the reverse displays a bald eagle with outstretched wings. The 1989 Washington quarter, however, was part of the copper nickel-clad series, which means it wasn't originally produced in silver. But don't worry, there's a special version of the 1989 quarter known as a silver proof, which was part of a limited release. These proof coins were struck in 90% silver and primarily intended for collectors, making them more valuable than the standard circulation coins. Let's talk about the P mint mark. The P indicates that the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint during this period. The Philadelphia Mint was responsible for producing large quantities of coins for general circulation. Coins from this mint are generally less rare compared to those from the Denver or San Francisco mints, but when it comes to special editions like the silver proofs, the story changes. Now, let's get into what you're really here for: the value of a 1989 silver Washington quarter with a P mint mark in very fine condition. Very fine is a grade that indicates the coin has some light wear on the high points of the design, but all the details are still clear and well defined. This grade is highly sought after by collectors because it balances quality and affordability. As of today's market, a 1989 silver Washington quarter with a P mint mark in very fine condition can fetch anywhere from $95,000 at auction. This value can vary based on factors such as the current demand for silver, the rarity of the coin, and the specific auction house or platform where it's being sold. It's important to note that silver prices fluctuate, and the numismatic value of the coin may also increase if there's a surge in interest among collectors. So, if you have one of these quarters in your collection, it's definitely worth keeping an eye on the market trends. When it comes to auctions, these coins often attract a lot of attention, especially when they're part of a larger collection of silver coins. Online platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are popular venues where collectors bid on coins like the 1989 silver Washington quarter. Recently, we've seen some notable sales where similar coins have fetched higher prices due to their condition and the competitive nature of the bidding process. If you're looking to sell or buy one of these quarters, it's a good idea to check recent auction results to get a sense of current market values. To wrap it up, the 1989 silver Washington quarter with a P mint mark is a valuable coin, especially in very fine condition. Whether you're a collector looking to add this coin to your collection or someone who has one and is considering selling it, understanding its market value is crucial. Next up, particular gem from the era of World War II, the 1941 Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark in very fine condition. This coin has a rich history and can command a noteworthy price in today's auction market. To fully appreciate the value of the 1941 Lincoln wheat penny, let's first understand its background. The Lincoln wheat penny, minted from 1909 to 1958, was designed by Victor David Brenner and features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and two wheat stalks on the reverse. The D mint mark on this particular penny signifies that it was produced at the Denver Mint. The 1941 issue was part of the transition period between the Great Depression and World War II. Despite its ordinary appearance, this penny has become a prized collectible due to its historical significance and relative rarity in higher grades. Now, let's talk about the coin's condition. A very fine grade is characterized by clear details with moderate wear on high points. In the case of the 1941 penny, this means the wheat stalks on the reverse are still well defined and Lincoln's portrait remains sharp, though the finer details might show some wear. So, what is the 1941 Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark worth in today's market? In very fine condition, this penny has gained considerable value among collectors. On average, you can expect it to fetch between $87,000 at auction. However, exceptional examples might exceed this range, especially if they exhibit above-average details and minimal imperfections. Recent auction records have shown fluctuations in value based on the coin's specific attributes and market trends. For instance, a well-preserved 1941 D penny in very fine condition might see prices nearing the upper end of this range, while those with even minor defects could fall on the lower end. Collectors and investors alike find the 1941 Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark appealing not only for its historical value, but also for its potential as an investment. As always, the coin's value can be influenced by factors such as overall demand, the rarity of high-quality specimens, and the current state of the coin market. If you own a 1941 Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark, or if you're considering adding one to your collection, it's essential to get it properly graded and appraised. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, this penny offers a fascinating glimpse into the world of numismatics. Next up, the 1962 Jefferson nickel with the large D-era mint mark. This specific era coin is a prized find for collectors and investors alike. Let's explore what makes this nickel so valuable and what you can expect in today's auction market. The 1962 Jefferson nickel is part of the series that features the iconic Thomas Jefferson design created by Felix Schlag. It was minted to honor Jefferson's legacy, showcasing his profile on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia estate, on the reverse. However, not all 1962 nickels are created equal. Among them, a notable era variety is the large D mint mark. This era occurred when a larger than normal D mint mark was struck onto the nickel. The mint mark, which signifies production at the Denver Mint, was unintentionally made larger during the minting process, leading to this unique era coin. In fine condition, the large D-era nickel displays noticeable wear, but the details of Jefferson and Monticello are still visible. The large D mint mark is prominent, making it a standout piece in any collection. So, what's the value of a 1962 Jefferson nickel with a large D-era mint mark in today's auction market? As of 2024, these era coins in fine condition have been fetching impressive prices. Depending on the rarity, demand, and condition, you can expect to see auction prices ranging from $156,000. The value is influenced by several factors. Collectors highly prize this coin due to its rarity and unique era. Additionally, the auction environment plays a role. Competitive bidding can drive the price higher. The large D-era nickel is a coveted item among numismatists, and its value reflects the growing interest in era coins. To put it into perspective, regular 1962 Jefferson nickels in fine condition are worth considerably less, often just a few dollars. The large D-era, however, stands out as a rare anomaly, which is why it commands such a premium. If you're lucky enough to own one of these, it's essential to keep it well preserved. Proper storage in a protective holder will help maintain its condition and value. For collectors and investors, finding and owning a 1962 Jefferson nickel with the large D-era mint mark is a remarkable achievement. It's a testament to the fascinating world of coin collecting, where errors and rarities create valuable and intriguing finds. Next up, the 1983 silver Washington quarter dollar with a P-era mint mark will explore its history, rarity, and the current market value of this unique coin in fine condition. So, let's get started. The Washington quarter dollar, first issued in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, has seen numerous design changes over the years. By 1983, the design was largely stabilized. A portrait of Washington on the obverse and the majestic eagle on the reverse. In 1983, the U.S. Mint produced these quarters primarily in copper nickel clad, rather than silver. This was part of a broader shift away from silver in the standard quarter production. However, a few exceptions and errors can make specific coins from this year stand out in the collector's market. What makes the 1983 quarter truly special is the rare P-era mint mark. Typically, quarters from this year were struck with the D mint mark for Denver or no mint mark at all, indicating they were produced in Philadelphia. However, a small number of 1983 quarters were mistakenly struck with a P mint mark, which is unusual because the Philadelphia Mint had only recently begun using the P mint mark for its coins. The P mint mark error on the 1983 quarter is a rare and coveted find for collectors. This error occurred due to an oversight during the minting process, making these coins highly sought after by numismatists. The rarity of the 1983 P-era mint mark quarter contributes significantly to its value. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for coins with minting errors, as these can be both historically significant and valuable. The limited number of these quarters in circulation, combined with their distinctive mint mark error, makes them particularly desirable. As of today, the value of a 1983 silver Washington quarter dollar with a P-era mint mark in fine condition can vary based on several factors. On average, such a coin can fetch between $200,367 at auction, depending on its specific condition, the clarity of the error, and the demand among collectors. Coins in fine condition typically exhibit some wear, but still retain most of their details. The more pristine the coin, the higher the price it can command. Coins that have been well preserved, even with minor imperfections, can still achieve impressive auction results. The 1983 silver Washington quarter dollar with a P-era mint mark is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. Its rarity and unique minting error make it a prized possession for collectors. If you come across one of these rare coins, it's worth considering its potential value and significance in today's market. Next up, the 1947 Lincoln wheat penny with a large date and a D mint mark, particularly in a unique color shade condition. If you're a collector or just curious about the value of this coin in today's market, stick around as we uncover its worth and why it holds such value. Let's start with some background on this particular coin. The 1947 Lincoln wheat penny, minted in Philadelphia, is well known among collectors. The coin features a large date and, when bearing a D mint mark, signifies it was produced at the Denver Mint. What makes our focus today even more special is the color shade condition of the coin. When we refer to the color shade condition, we're talking about the unique toning or discoloration that can occur due to various environmental factors. This can range from subtle hues to more pronounced shades, often giving the coin a distinctive appearance. The color shades might include anything from a deep brown to a more reddish brown or even a golden tint, depending on the coin's exposure and storage conditions. So, what does all this mean for the coin's value? In today's auction market, the value of a 1947 Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark in a color shade condition can vary significantly. Generally, the coin's value is influenced by several factors, including the overall condition, the rarity of the color shade, and current market demand. As of now, in a typical auction setting, a 1947 Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark in a color shade condition can fetch between $89,000. The range reflects how the unique color shade impacts the coin's desirability. Coins with vibrant, attractive color hues, particularly those with historical or aesthetic appeal, tend to be valued higher. Conversely, coins with less striking shades or those showing significant wear might be valued on the lower end of this spectrum. The precise value can be influenced by the specific shade and how well it has been preserved. Coins in excellent condition with minimal wear and eye-catching coloration can command premium prices. On the other hand, if the shade is less distinctive or the coin shows signs of damage, the value might be lower. For example, a 1947 Lincoln penny with a rich, reddish-brown tone and minimal wear might sell closer to $93,000, whereas a coin with a more common brown shade and noticeable marks might be valued around $100,000. Collectors often seek out those with unique and appealing colorations, making these coins particularly interesting to market participants. In summary, the 1947 Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark in a color shade condition remains a valuable piece in the world of coin collecting. Its worth in today's auction market can vary based on the coin's specific attributes and condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or new to the hobby, keeping an eye on these unique specimens can be both rewarding and exciting. Next up, the 1996 D Jefferson nickel. If you're a collector or just curious about the value of certain coins, you're in the right place. So let's explore the value of this nickel in today's auction market, especially in very fine condition. First, let's take a closer look at this coin. The 1996 D Jefferson nickel, minted in Denver, is part of the long-running series of nickels featuring Thomas Jefferson. This particular nickel commemorates the Monticello, Jefferson's estate, which is prominently displayed on the reverse side of the coin. Produced in a large quantity, the 1996 D nickel is not one of the rarest in the series. However, its value can vary significantly depending on its condition. Today, we're focusing on the very fine condition. But what exactly does very fine mean? Let's break it down. In numismatic terms, a coin in very fine condition will show moderate wear, but the design elements are still clearly defined. For the 1996 D Jefferson nickel, this means the details on the Monticello are visible, though there may be some light smoothing and wear across the surface. Now, let's get into the numbers. While the 1996 D nickel isn't rare, coins in very fine condition still hold a bit of value for collectors. As of today's auction market, a 1996 D Jefferson nickel in very fine condition typically sells for around $26,000. This modest value reflects the coin's relatively high mintage and the fact that it's not considered a key date in the Jefferson nickel series. To sum it up, while the 1996 D Jefferson nickel in very fine condition might not fetch a small fortune, it's still a valued piece for collectors, especially those looking to complete their Jefferson nickel sets. It's a great example of how even coins that were produced in large numbers can have a special place in the world of numismatics. Next up, the 1974 silver Washington quarter dollar, specifically the large date version without a mint mark in fine condition. So, let's get started and discover what makes this coin so valuable. First, let's cover the basics. The Washington quarter dollar, introduced in 1932, features the profile of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. The 1974 version, minted in Philadelphia, is particularly noteworthy for collectors due to its large date variety. In 1974, the U.S. Mint produced quarters with both a small and large date design. The large date quarters are distinguished by the larger, more prominent numerals on the date. Collectors have taken a keen interest in these variations, with certain years and conditions commanding higher prices. Now, let's talk about the specific coin we're focusing on today, the 1974 silver Washington quarter with the large date and no mint mark, graded in fine condition. Fine condition coins are those that show moderate wear, with some details still visible but softened. In fine condition, this coin exhibits clear, though worn, features. You can still distinguish the details on George Washington's portrait and the eagle on the reverse, but they are not as crisp as those found in higher grades. The lack of a mint mark indicates that this coin was minted in Philadelphia, as opposed to Denver or San Francisco. This absence of a mint mark is a key characteristic of Philadelphia minted coins from this period. So what's the value of a 1974 large date Washington quarter without a mint mark in fine condition in today's market? According to recent auction results and market trends, you can expect to see these quarters selling for around $186,000, while not as high as some other rarities. This value reflects the interest among collectors for well-preserved examples of this specific variety. If you have one of these quarters in your collection, it's worth noting that the market can fluctuate. Factors like demand, the overall condition of the coin, and current trends in numismatics can affect the price. It's always a good idea to consult with a professional appraiser or refer to recent auction results for the most accurate valuation. To sum up, The 1974 silver Washington quarter with the large date and no mint mark in fine condition remains a collectible coin with a respectable value. While it might not break the bank, its historical significance and the unique characteristics of the large date variety make it a fascinating piece for any numismatist. Next up, the 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny with a D mint mark in fine condition. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about what makes this penny so valuable, stick around as we explore its significance and current market value. Let's start with some background. The 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny is part of a series that was struck during a very unique period in American history, World War II. The war effort led to the introduction of the steel penny in 1943, but by 1944 the U.S. Mint returned to using copper for the penny, although it was still a wartime measure. The 1944 penny, however, is notable not just because it marked a return to copper, but also because of its mint marks. These marks tell us where the coin was produced. The 1944 D penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. Now, let's discuss the condition of the coin. In numismatics, fine is a grading term that indicates moderate wear, with most details still visible. For a 1944 D penny in fine condition, you can expect some noticeable wear on the high points of the design, but the coin's overall features, such as Lincoln's portrait and the wheat stalks on the reverse, should remain clear. So, what makes the 1944 D Lincoln Wheat penny so valuable today? Despite being a relatively common coin, its value can fluctuate based on its condition and market demand. In fine condition, a 1944 D penny generally fetches between $156,000 in typical auction settings. However, for well-preserved examples or coins with exceptional eye appeal, prices can climb higher. One factor that impacts the value is the coin's rarity relative to its grade. While millions of these pennies were minted, finding a fine condition penny that has been well preserved and is free from excessive damage can be a bit of a challenge. Collectors are always on the lookout for higher quality examples, which drives up demand and, consequently, the value. In recent auctions, we've seen some 1944 D Lincoln Wheat pennies in fine condition sell for around $200,000, depending on their exact state and the auction house. Coins in this range are considered a solid investment for collectors looking to complete their Lincoln penny series. If you have a 1944 D Lincoln penny and are considering selling or adding it to your collection, it's essential to keep it in the best possible condition. Proper storage and handling will help maintain its value and appeal. In summary, the 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny with a D mint mark in fine condition is a valuable piece of American history that continues to hold interest among collectors. While its value may not be astronomical, it remains a noteworthy coin within the broader context of penny collecting. Next up, the 1984 Monticello 5 cents Jefferson nickel with a P-era mint mark in fine condition. If you're a coin collector or just curious about valuable coins, you won't want to miss this. Coin collecting often involves finding rare and unique pieces that stand out in the market. One such coin is the 1984 Jefferson nickel with an unusual P-era mint mark. While most Jefferson nickels from this year were minted at the Denver Mint and feature a D mint mark, this particular coin presents an intriguing anomaly. To give you some background, the 1984 Jefferson nickel was struck by the Philadelphia Mint and is typically marked with a blank space where the mint mark would be. However, a few error coins have surfaced with a P mint mark, which is highly unusual for this series. The P mint mark is significant because it denotes coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint, a mint typically not used for nickels in the 1980s. This anomaly adds considerable value to the coin, especially when found in fine condition. So, what exactly does fine condition mean for this coin? In numismatic terms, a fine condition coin has noticeable wear, but the major details are still visible for the 1984 Jefferson nickel with P-era mint mark. This means the coin retains much of its design, though it may have light to moderate surface wear and some loss of mint luster. Now, let's talk value. The 1984 Monticello nickel with the P-era mint mark is a rare find, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for it. As of the latest auction market data, a fine condition example of this coin can fetch between $500,000. Prices can vary based on the exact condition, market demand, and provenance of the coin. These era coins are particularly sought after because they represent a significant departure from the norm, making them highly collectible. If you happen to come across one of these nickels, it's worth having it evaluated by a professional numismatist to confirm its authenticity and value. To wrap up, the 1984 Monticello 5 cents Jefferson nickel with P-era mint mark is a fascinating piece of numismatic history. Its rarity and the era mint mark make it a valuable addition to any collection, with fine condition examples reaching impressive values on the auction market. Next up, the 1985 silver Washington quarter dollar with a large date and a P mint mark, specifically in fine condition. If you're a collector or just curious about coin values, you're in for a treat. Let's start by examining the coin itself. The 1985 Washington quarter dollar, struck by the Philadelphia Mint, features the large date variety. This coin, which is part of the Washington Quarter series, was minted to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States. It's important to note that while the standard quarter dollar has been minted in copper nickel, this particular piece is made from 90% silver, adding to its numismatic value. The Washington quarter dollar series began in 1932, and the coin design has remained largely unchanged since then. However, each year and mint mark can bring different values based on rarity, demand, and condition. The 1985 large date version with the P mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint and was a standard issue in that year. When evaluating the value of this coin, condition is key. This particular coin is in fine condition, but what does fine mean in numismatic terms? A coin in fine condition will show some wear, but the major design elements are still clear. On a Washington quarter, you should see visible details in Washington's hair and the lettering around the coin, though there may be some flattening of the high points and minor wear on the edges. So, what's the value of a 1985 silver Washington quarter dollar with a large date and P mint mark in fine condition in today's auction market? As of the latest auctions and market trends, you can expect this coin to fetch anywhere from $76,000. The price range can vary depending on specific factors like the exact degree of wear, any unique characteristics, and the current demand from collectors. In recent years, silver coins have seen increased interest due to the rising value of silver and the appeal of vintage currency, while the 1985 Washington quarter dollar isn't among the rarest of silver quarters. Its value can be significantly affected by fluctuations in the silver market, and collector interest coins in better condition, like those graded as extremely fine or uncirculated, will command higher prices. In summary, if you have a 1985 silver Washington quarter dollar with a large date and P mint mark in fine condition, you're looking at a coin with a modest but stable value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, understanding the value of these coins can help you make informed decisions in the marketplace. Next up, the value of the 1946 Lincoln wheat penny, specifically the large date variety without a mint mark, in dirty condition. Let's get into it. The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny is a classic coin from the post-war era known for its large date design. This particular coin without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia. Although it's not the rarest of the Lincoln wheat series, its condition can significantly impact its value. When evaluating the value of a 1946 Lincoln wheat penny, several factors come into play, including the coin's condition, its rarity, and current market trends. For today's discussion, we're focusing on the large date variety in a dirty condition. Let's break it down. In numismatics, the condition of a coin is graded on a scale from poor to mint state. For our coin, being in dirty condition means it's not in the best shape. This could involve tarnish, dirt, or other surface imperfections that affect its appearance but not its historical value. Even in a dirty condition, a 1946 Lincoln wheat penny can hold some value. Collectors and investors often look at the overall rarity and historical significance rather than just the surface appearance. So, what can you expect to get for this coin at auction? As of 2024, the value of a 1946 Lincoln wheat penny in dirty condition typically ranges between $93,500. This price can vary based on factors such as the extent of dirt or tarnish, any potential errors, and the buyer's interest. Recently, auction results have shown that while a clean, high-grade 1946 Lincoln wheat penny can fetch more, a dirty coin still holds value for collectors looking to complete their sets or for those interested in historical pieces. It's always a good idea to keep an eye on auction listings and numismatic resources to get the most accurate and up-to-date values. And if you have a 1946 Lincoln wheat penny in dirty condition, it might still be worth more than you think. Next up, explore the value of the 1967 silver Washington quarter dollar with a large date and no mint mark, specifically in very fine condition. If you're a collector or just curious about rare coins, this video is for you. The Washington quarter, first minted in 1932, was designed to honor the first president of the United States, George Washington, on the 200th anniversary of his birth by 1967. This coin had become a familiar piece in American pocket change, but the 1967 quarter stands out for a few reasons. The 1967 quarter was produced during a significant period in U.S. coinage history. By this year, the U.S. Mint was focused on meeting the growing demand for coins, and the transition to more modern production techniques was underway. The 1967 quarter is particularly notable for its large date design, which is a distinguishing feature compared to other years. In 1967, the U.S. Mint did not include mint marks on quarters, making it a bit of an anomaly compared to other years. This means that regardless of where the coin was minted, Philadelphia or another location, it does not have a mint mark. The 1967 quarter features the obverse design by John Flanagan, showing a profile of George Washington, and the reverse design by Felix Schlag, depicting an eagle perched on a branch. The large date variant, characterized by its more prominent numbers, is a notable detail for collectors. When assessing the value of the 1967 Washington quarter dollar, especially in very fine condition, several factors come into play. A coin in very fine condition is one that has been well preserved with clear details, including strong design elements and minimal wear. It should exhibit crisp edges and a pleasing appearance without major blemishes. In today's auction market, the 1967 Washington quarter in very fine condition can fetch a premium price. As of now, these quarters are valued at approximately $268,000. This range reflects the coin's collectible nature and the demand among enthusiasts who appreciate its historical context and distinctive design. The market for silver quarters has been relatively stable, with values influenced by factors such as silver content, rarity, and collector interest. Although the 1967 quarter is not one of the rarest or most valuable quarters in the series, its value is bolstered by its status as a key date and its large date variant. Collectors often seek out coins from this era for their historical significance and aesthetic appeal. Additionally, coins in very fine condition are always more desirable than those with higher wear, contributing to their higher market value. To sum up, the 1967 silver Washington quarter dollar, particularly in very fine condition, is a valuable and collectible piece with its distinctive large date, design, and historical importance. It holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. If you have one of these quarters, it's definitely worth keeping an eye on current market trends and auction results to understand its value. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, next up the 1981 Monticello 5 cents Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark. We'll break down its value in today's auction market, especially if it's in fine condition. So, let's get started. The 1981 Jefferson nickel is part of the series minted to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. This coin features a portrait of Jefferson on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag, and the iconic Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, on the reverse. The P mint mark, which stands for the Philadelphia Mint, is a notable feature of this particular coin. In 1981, the Philadelphia Mint began using the P mint mark on all nickels for the first time since World War II. This was a significant change from previous years where nickels were only minted at the Denver and San Francisco mints without a mint mark. The 1981 Jefferson nickel in fine condition exhibits moderate wear but retains much of its detail. On the obverse, Jefferson's features are still distinct and the inscriptions are readable. The reverse, showing Monticello, has visible wear but maintains the overall design elements. So, what's the value of a 1981 Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark in fine condition? As of today's auction market, these coins are relatively modest in value compared to some of their rarer counterparts. Typically, a fine condition 1981 P Jefferson nickel can fetch between $10,000. Recent auction results have shown that these coins are consistent in value. For example, a fine-condition 1981 P nickel recently sold for around $14,000. This price can fluctuate based on the specific details of the coin and the demand at the time of sale. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1981 Jefferson nickel, it's essential to consider a few tips. Ensure your coin is well preserved, as even minor imperfections can affect its value. Additionally, keep an eye on auction sites and numismatic marketplaces to gauge current trends. In summary, while the 1981 Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark in fine condition may not be a high-value collector's item, it remains an interesting piece of numismatic history. It's a testament to the ongoing evolution of American coinage. Next up, the 1956 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark. We'll explore its value, especially when it's in less than ideal condition, and how its market standing has evolved over time. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this video is for you. The 1956 Lincoln wheat penny is a notable coin in the realm of American numismatics. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use mint marks at the time, this penny is often overlooked compared to its more pristine counterparts. But don't be fooled, there's more to this coin than meets the eye, especially when considering its value in dirty or worn condition. The Lincoln wheat penny, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, was produced from 1909 to 1958. The 1956 version is part of the later years of this series, making it a staple in many collections. However, its value can significantly vary depending on its condition. Let's discuss the impact of condition on value. A 1956 Lincoln penny in dirty or worn condition, perhaps with a noticeable color layer or tarnish, might not initially seem like a prize. Yet, it's important to understand how even these coins hold value in today's market. Coins in dirty or less than pristine condition can still attract collectors and investors, albeit at a lower value compared to their clean, high-grade counterparts. For a 1956 Lincoln penny in this state, you can expect a lower valuation primarily due to its appearance. The dirt or discoloration can obscure details and detract from its overall appeal, affecting the coin's market value. On average, a 1956 Lincoln penny in dirty condition might fetch anywhere from $28,000 in auctions or coin shops. This is in stark contrast to well-maintained examples of the same year, which could be valued at several dollars depending on their grade and overall appearance. To provide some context, let's take a look at recent auction results. In recent years, dirty 1956 Lincoln wheat pennies have typically sold in the lower range of their value spectrum. Auction listings and sales reports often show these coins going for minimal amounts, reflecting their condition. However, it's essential to remember that the numismatic market is dynamic. While a dirty 1956 penny may not command high prices today, future collectors might find them intriguing for various reasons, including their historical context and the story they tell about their journey through time. For collectors, even a less than perfect coin like the 1956 Lincoln penny can be a valuable addition to a collection, offering a tangible connection to the past. If you own one of these coins, it's worth keeping in mind that while it might not fetch a high price now, its value could appreciate as demand for vintage coins evolves. If you're dealing with a dirty 1956 penny, consider proper cleaning and preservation techniques to ensure you maintain its historical integrity. Avoid harsh chemicals or abrasive methods, as these can cause further damage. Instead, use gentle cleaning methods recommended by numismatic experts to preserve its value. In conclusion, the 1956 Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark even in dirty condition, holds a special place in the world of coin collecting. While its value might not be sky-high, its historical significance and the charm of vintage coins ensure it remains a collectible piece. Next up, the 1943 Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel with a large S mint mark in fine condition. If you're a collector or just a history enthusiast, you're in for a treat. The Jefferson nickel, introduced in 1938, was designed by Felix Schlag. The 1943 version of this coin is particularly interesting due to its wartime context. During World War II, nickel was a critical material for the war effort, so the composition of these nickels was altered. Today we're focusing on the 1943 nickel minted in San Francisco. The mint mark S indicates that the coin was produced at the San Francisco Mint, but not just any S mint mark. The 1943 nickel we're discussing features the large S mint mark, which makes it a notable specimen among collectors. In terms of value, A 1943 Monticello nickel with a large S mint mark in fine condition can command a significant price at auction. As of 2024, these coins are valued between $500,000 depending on specific details like the quality of the fine condition and any unique characteristics it may have. While this might not be the most expensive nickel out there, it is a prized addition to any collection due to its historical significance and relative rarity. The large S mint mark differentiates it from other nickels minted in the same year, adding to its appeal among enthusiasts. Collectors often seek out this nickel not only for its monetary value, but also for its place in American history. The wartime nickel's unique composition and the large S mint mark make it a fascinating piece for any serious collector. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1943 Monticello nickel with a large S mint mark, consider factors such as the coin's condition, any signs of wear, and market trends. Always consult with a reputable dealer or auction house to get the most accurate value. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest coin collecting.